In this video, we're going to talk about how to create this menu sheet for your exercises. So assuming you've already finished all your exercises, so here's exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7. So you assemble them all in one workbook, and then you go to menu here. How you build this menu is simply to type all of the text in here. So you type your name, ID, subject, assignment, and the date of your submission. And you also type the table of contents with one line for all of your exercises. If you've done any of the challenge exercises, you can also enter them here in another column. So all of this is just text that you've typed in. So now we're going to add the hyperlinks so that when I click on this title, I will jump directly to that worksheet. So how to insert hyperlinks. So first, if I want to make this cell a hyperlink, then I click on this cell, EX1, and then I go to insert, and then there is a group here called links, and that's a hyperlink, okay? And then a window is brought up. Now make sure you click on place in this document because there's 4 different kinds of links. The link we want is not to a link to another web page or to another file, but to a place in this same document. So when you click place in this document, you will see now that Excel will display all of the, okay, if I scroll up, okay, Excel will display all of the names of the sheets in this workbook. So now I can click on the sheet where I want to jump to if someone clicks on this hyperlink. So since this is EX1, I want to jump to EX1 sales analysis. And within EX1 sales analysis, you can even specify which cell reference you want to jump to. Now A1 is the cell that's on the upper rightmost, and that's where we want to go, so I just leave it as A1. But if you want to jump to another section, to another row, or to another column of that worksheet, you could change the cell reference here. So I'm going to leave it as A1 for now, and I click OK. So you will see that EX1 now appears with a line under it, and when I point to it, it shows a cursor. And if I click here, it now goes to A1 of EX1 sales analysis. Now I'm going to continue and make this a hyperlink. So now I'm going to select multiple cells because EduTravel total sales by agent occupies more than the width of one cell. Okay, so I'm just going to select here, and then same thing, insert, link, place in this document, and again I'm going to scroll up to show all the worksheets, and I'm going to point to EX1 sales analysis. Okay, so that's how you do your hyperlinks. Now if you don't want to go through the menu, you can also just right click on the cell, and you will also see a shortcut here to link, so that might be faster. So now I'm going to go to EX2. Okay, EX2, right click, link, EX2. Okay, and that's how you do your hyperlinks. Now another part, so I'm going to click here now that goes here. So another thing that you can do to make the navigation easier is when the user clicks on exercise 1, for example, you could add a menu bar on all of your exercises to make it easier for them to go back to the menu page, or maybe even to go back to the next worksheet or to the previous worksheet. So I'll show you how to do that on exercise 1. So you find a location which would be, easy for people to locate. So maybe I'll just put it here as an example, and I'm going to say here menu. Okay, this is a very simple navigation bar, but you can improve on it. And then maybe I could also say next, like next worksheet. I could type next there, and then here I could type previous. I could put an arrow. Okay, so now I have this menu bar, and then I could just select this cell that contains menu, right click, link, and this will go back to the menu. Next, we'll go to the next worksheet, which would be EX2, and previous will not, well, previous will just, since this is the first exercise, we'll go back to the menu. So this will also go back to the menu. Or we won't put a previous then, because there's no previous. Okay, that would be better. Alright, so now when I click on menu, I go back here. And when I click next, I go to exercise 2. So this is a short demonstration of facilitating navigation using hyperlinks. And aside from text, you can also use shapes, okay, or you can even use icons as your hyperlinks, or even pictures. Okay, so you have a number of options, not just text hyperlinks.